Boy Angelon Wallace back again with another banger video. We are here with Gio in the Philippines, and we're going to be interviewing him today about why foreigners are starting to move to the Philippines, and most importantly, choose province areas. You know, more of the smaller cities, the Bacolod, the Ilo, the Dumaguete. So, thanks, brother, for having us on the
Yeah,
coming on the channel today, man.
yeah, no problem.
Mate, you're pretty famous in in
I
Asia.
don't, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been around a while. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you've been traveling all over.
Yep.
You know, you lived in Vietnam. You lived in Thailand for a bit.
Yep.
What made you choose Philippines in the first place? Just out of curiosity.
Honestly, it was actually Thailand was my first choice,
Yep.
and I even had a Thai girlfriend.
Wow.
But what happened is I just could not find a good paying job.
Okay.
I was doing English at the time, and it was
Yeah.
really low paying. And I found a job in the Philippines where I was like training the Filipino teachers, and
Wow.
they were gonna pay for my route, my condo, transportation, food allowance, this
Wow.
visa, and I was like, I can't turn it down.
Of course
So
not.
I went here, and I've been here 9 years now.
Wow, man, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. And when you came to the Philippines, did you first come to a smaller city, or did you go to Manila first?
Nope, I was working actually in Cebu,
Okay, Cebu.
and I was there about almost 3 years, and then I moved to Vietnam for a job,
Yeah.
and then I came back and I tried a bunch of little cities, Angeles.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Davao,
Okay.
and I moved to Dumaguete, got locked down.
Wow.
I've been around, yeah,
And so you met your partner in Dumaguete.
in Dumaguete. Yep.
Okay. That's good
Yeah.
to hear.
Yeah.
And then, so I guess going back to, we're seeing a lot of foreigners. Everyone wants to go to Cebu.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go to Manila.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, what are your thoughts about Cebu and Manila? Because it seems like it's the Miami and California of the Philippines.
Right. Yeah.
If we give it that comparison,
Yeah.
compared to Bacolod or Ilo, which is like the Pittsburgh,
Right.
and
It
and the
is.
Chicago of these locations are more smaller,
Yeah.
more community like. I
Yeah.
guess what's been your thoughts on Manila and Cebu compared to locations like these ones, a smaller location?
I like this better.
Yeah.
It's not too small, but it's big enough that it has like
Yeah.
good restaurants, big like the warehouse stores like S&R and Landers. Cebu is just getting way too congested for me.
I'm hearing that. Yeah.
Manila is crazy,
Yeah.
and I think they're a good starter. I
Yep.
call them transition cities for like brand new expats coming in. It's kind of like a soft landing for
Yeah.
them, But then I think it's better to kind of venture out,
Uh-huh.
check out other places. Yeah.
So in Manila, we're seeing would you say Manila and Cebu is quite expensive for what people are expecting to pay usually? Uh,
Well, I mean, if you compare it to Western prices,
Yep.
it's not expensive. But if you're comparing it to other parts of Asia
Yeah.
or the smaller cities in the Philippines, it's more expensive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess hypothetically, just going out downtown Manila, what what you're usually spending compared to a nice restaurant here in Bacolod?
Well, here I'd probably spend anywhere from 300 to 500 pesos for a good meal.
Okay.
And Manila, I would say it's more anywhere from 500 to 1,000.
Yeah.
If you're in like Makati, BGC,
Yep.
you're paying definitely more.
You're paying more. Okay.
Yeah.
But here in a city like Bacolod, I read recently they just started to implement the malls here. So
Yep.
SMM Mall and
Ayala.
a lot of mall. Yep. So that's something new as well. I guess it's a place that's starting to develop and starting to grow.
It is. Yeah.
Often what we see with a lot of foreigners is a lot of people want to be where it's hot, where everyone's talking about it. So everyone wants to be in Manila. Everyone wants just like we're in Thailand. Everyone wants to be in Bangkok.
Yeah.
And it's like no one wants to be in the city before it takes off,
Yeah.
and so but you're here already, and you're just like, I see the potential, I see the growth of being
Yeah.
in a location like this one.
Well, I have a motorbike, and I like to take motorbike trips
Yep.
and stop at different cities. And this is one of the cities I've stopped at about 3 times
Wow.
through my travels. and I just kind of like the vibe.
Yeah.
It's got its issues. It's the Philippines, there's some
Yeah.
issues, but
Mhm.
for the most part, I really like it, and I just decided this is a good home for me
Yeah, understand it. So, and
for
what
now.
would I guess what are we looking at housing wise,
Hmm.
like rent in like BGC compared to rent downtown or
Um,
downtown Buccalo? Yeah.
well, for example, I have a 2 bedroom, 1 bath with a big wraparound balcony. I mean, literally,
Wow.
yeah, you can hold 30 people on my balcony, and
Wow.
I pay 30,000.
Okay.
In BGC, a 2 bedroom,
Yeah.
it would be like 50,000 probably,
Yeah.
something equivalent.
Yeah. Okay. That's really good. That's really
Yeah,
good. A 2 bedroom is really decent. It was really
yeah,
nice as well.
yeah,
That's a lot of space.
yeah. It's I mean, it's not huge. It's like 52 square meters,
Yeah.
something like that. But for one person,
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah.
Living in the Philippines, does it make you do you miss home at all? Or do you feel like sometimes do you look at because when I talk to a lot of foreigners,
Yeah.
especially those who are getting to the age of retirement,
Yeah.
one thing I always hear them say is, "I wish I would have started younger," or "I wish I would have,"
Yeah.
because it's just like you don't really need that much to
Right.
start when you're looking at retiring in these
Yeah.
countries. Do you have any? I guess my question is: do you wish you would have started younger? Do you have any regrets, like how you wish you would have started the process of transitioning over here?
I feel like I started at a pretty young age. I started
Okay.
at 44.
Yep, that's young.
So,
Yeah, that's young compared to most.
yeah, when I got here and started dating, Filipinos would say, "Oh, you're so young." But back in the West, I was already like an old man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, that's
Um,
funny.
yeah,
Because I tell her all the time, I'm like, I'm young. I'm 35. She's like, huh?
yeah.
I'm like, in America, that's but
You're already
here,
like, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, so I don't know if I could have did anything different because I felt like I had to work enough years to get my Social Security. I had to
yeah,
get enough to get my 401k going.
yeah,
And yeah, I don't know if I could have done a whole
yeah,
lot. I guess my ex-wife did a favor by
yeah,
getting a divorce with me.
yeah. I guess the process of the transitioning over here
Hmm.
is it? Do you wish you would have had an online job already or saved more or because I
Hmm.
hear sometimes foreigners always ask me they're reaching out to me and they're like, well, how
Yeah,
much do I need to bring or how much do I need to save? And I'm like, you just need residual income,
yeah,
because I feel
yeah,
like when you put a number out there,
yes,
it takes people forever to just get on a plane and come here. And
yeah,
I'm like, just have some type of stability, and
yeah,
then when you get here, it'll work out.
yeah.
um, you got any advice around that?
You know, I throw out the number of about 20,000,
Yep.
but if you have a good steady income
Yeah.
and maybe you have like a 401k or whatever,
Yeah.
maybe you don't need that much.
No.
It depends also. Do you want to come here and buy a car? Do you
Yep.
want to buy a motorbike? Or
Yeah.
are you a party guy? Or are
Yeah.
you just kind of a quiet guy at home? I mean,
Yeah.
it just depends on the guy.
I'm a bike guy, man. I need a
Yeah.
bike.
A bike? Like
Yeah.
a bicycle?
A bicycle, motorcycle,
Okay.
yeah. Because
Motorbike.
yeah, I need a motorbike because
Yeah.
traffic is just horrible. Everywhere
Oh,
you
yeah.
go, you're
Yeah.
gonna. As soon as we got here, we rented a motorbike, and in
Mhm.
Thailand we drive a motorbike every day.
Yep.
It's crazy. We live downtown Thailand. It takes us about 2 to 5 minutes to get to a popular shopping mall,
Yeah.
and we'll see a car from our house to that mall. It'll take them 30 to 40 minutes, and I'm
Yes.
like, man, look how much time you're
Yeah.
giving today. You're spending almost 4 hours
Yep.
in traffic throughout your day. Now imagine that with a family.
Yes.
That could be hectic.
Yeah.
Has it been, before I was in a relationship, I used to come to Manila often. I would date
Yeah.
in Manila. And, of course, my girlfriend's from a province area. She's from Buccalo.
Yeah.
Is there a difference in dating people in major cities compared to the smaller cities? For me, I just
Yeah.
want to say, like, when I dated in Manila, I was using like the Tinder
Sure. Yeah.
and of course it seemed to be a lot more people asking for things through the applications
Transactional.
transactional from my
Yeah.
first experience.
Yeah.
And and then when I would find women that I really liked,
Hmm.
they were working 7 days a week. So
Right,
that
right.
was a challenge for me in
Yep.
the Manila area, in the major,
Yes.
and that's just not Manila. That's Bangkok as well. That's like your
Right.
major cities. When you come across the corporate Asian women,
Yeah.
they may fit the criteria, but they're working
Yeah.
24/7. So it's hard to find that
Yeah.
balance. I guess have you seen a difference in dating between a major city and a province area? And just out of curiosity, your thoughts
Sure.
about it. Yeah,
Well, I guess a couple things. I think the province is better for
yeah,
most guys. They seem to be more down to earth. They're more family oriented, less transactional. Like if I'm on the dating app here in Bacolod,
yeah,
I very rarely do I run across a girl who says, "Hey, can you send me this for? I need
yeah.
money for this." But in Manila and Cebu, it's
Yeah, it
yeah,
happens quite often.
yeah,
It
but
happens quite often. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that everyone is going to have the same
right, right,
experience. This is
yeah,
just from our experience, from my experience as
yeah,
well. But at the end of the day, I love Manila. When I
yeah,
first got to Manila, I was like, "Oh man, this is beautiful."
yeah,
And then I started seeing prices, and then I started realizing, okay, I got an
mm,
Airbnb downtown. I just paid
mm.
$100 for Airbnb for one night,
Oh,
and then 5 minutes away, you
yeah,
got Tondo. You got
yeah,
people
yeah,
burning trash, and it smells really bad. And I'm like, well,
yes,
why are you charging me so much money if the city is not fully developed?
right, right,
Like, are you really pricing yourself right?
yeah,
And because I feel like here we're
hmm,
staying in an Airbnb here,
hmm,
and prices are quite affordable. They're
yeah,
between the $10 and $20 a night,
yeah,
and I'm like, wow, this is
yeah,
amazing. Compared to us spending $100 a night in Manila.
yeah.
At the end of the day,
And no shanties next door, maybe.
yeah, that maybe,
Yeah.
maybe at the end of the day. I guess I'm curious. Do
Hmm.
you feel that for the housing downtown in BGC or Makati, are the prices too much compared due to the fact that they're not offering that much as far as quality goes? Like,
I think so.
yeah,
I think so. That's why I never chose Manila. That's why I moved out of Cebu. I was there during the pandemic where prices had dropped to like
yeah,
half. And then as soon as the pandemic lifted, I
yeah,
moved out because
yeah,
the prices like literally doubled.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think you get a lot more. And really, you have college's got a lot of good amenities.
It does. It's
Yeah.
my it's my first time here. She brought me here. I finally met the family, but what I love,
Mhm.
going back to your point about province women being more family oriented.
Yeah.
I love that. Man, we've been
Hmm.
hanging out with the family. The family is very helpful.
Yeah.
We needed to do some work around here, and cousin
Yeah.
came over and just did it for us. And
Yeah.
it's not something. And I also love the fact that often when I
Yeah.
dated in the past in Manila and Bangkok, it was very much meet,
Hmm.
fancy restaurant, and like I said, it
Yeah.
was very transactional. Me and her, we spoke on the phone. Me and my girlfriend, we spoke on the
Yeah.
phone for 4 months before we met each other.
Wow.
So it was, yeah, we were really talking the day, night,
Yeah.
afternoon. Like, we were really
Huh.
strong chemistry. It was strong consistency.
Yeah.
She never asked for anything, but
Yep.
but she appreciated when I sent her more. I think that you know
Yeah.
what I love about women in province areas, they really appreciate the small things.
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
when I would do small things for city girls,
Yes.
oh man, it'd be like, oh, this it,
Yeah. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
it, this all I get. I'm like, whoa, that one rose I found, you
Yeah.
know, was very expensive. So I loved her appreciation for smaller things, but most importantly, I love that for me as an entrepreneur or someone that moves around a lot,
Yeah.
I need someone that can move with me,
Yes. Yes.
and just
Well,
stand still. It's just that doesn't work
yeah.
for
I
me.
think a lot of us guys in the West, we come here because we feel
Yeah.
unappreciated
Oh yeah.
in the West, and we come here and I think we feel appreciated again.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
we just made a video on our channel about the
Yeah.
passport bros, American women bashing Asian women, and I was just
Always a fun topic.
it's a super fun topic, but I
Yeah.
just try to remind a lot of foreigner women, Western women, to get their passports and come over. I think that they feel a
Yeah.
lot of men are leaving for women, I try to remind them we're leaving for a better quality of life. You know,
Yes.
my 50,000 in America is equivalent to 100K here in Buffalo. So it's just like it's just a better quality of life. You know, at
Oh
the
yeah.
end of the day, and you're getting so much more.
Absolutely.
So crime. How do you feel? You know, you're a foreigner.
Mhm.
I'm getting a lot of stares here, and it doesn't help that everything on the
Yeah.
building spells Negro.
Well, you know the story
Yeah, the
behind that with the
Indonesian,
island.
yeah,
The Spanish landed, and the first people they saw were darker, so they called
yeah,
them
yeah,
Negros. Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot of history here.
Yeah.
Beautiful history.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
of the first, as my girlfriend tells me, the first people here were Indonesia's
Yeah, I
black
think
people.
so.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot of history around it. But yeah, it's just surreal for me
Yeah.
growing up in America and just seeing
Yeah.
that word on every building, every bus you see on the Negro buses, Negro Supply, Power Plant. I'm like, whoa, wait, this is are we for real?
Yeah.
It's a,
I'm
but
sure
it's
it takes a little getting used
oh,
to.
it
Yeah.
takes a little get and a lot of stares. You know, I feel that I get more stares than your average white American here.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do
'Cause
you feel like it's curiosity, or you feel
I
it's
think it's
more?
curiosity.
Yeah.
It's a lot of curiosity, but the stares are super aggressive.
Oh
They're
yeah. Filipinos are not shy.
So yeah. What about activities?
Yeah.
Do you feel that there's a lot to do activity gym wise in a smaller city like this? Because
Yeah.
when people relocate to a location like Buffalo, Elo, I guess they want to make sure they're still able to have fun.
Right.
You know, do you feel like you're still able to do that here, or can you give some examples? Just
I do, but I'm not really a party guy. I don't really go to the bars and clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, once in a blue moon, but I like hopping on my motorbike, and I like going to nature spots,
too, yeah.
waterfalls and coffee shops up in the mountains. That's for me a motorbike ride. So for me, this is fantastic.
yeah,
But if you're a guy who doesn't maybe want to drive a motorbike,
Yeah.
and you're like a party, you want to go to rooftop bars and things like that,
yeah.
this is not the city for you.
Yeah.
You want to be in Manila or
It's not.
Bangkok.
It's not Angels or Pattaya.
No.
I often feel that some people, of course, we have to be a little strict of what we say on our channels. But I often feel that a lot of foreigners who wants to retire in a location like these, I think they're looking for an Angels or a Pattaya. And it's just, because we lived in Pattaya for a year, so these are heavy red light district areas.
Yeah.
And, it's a lot that comes with those areas in regards to, crime and,
Right.
not true love and, and
Love you a long time.
and loud noises. It's parties every day. But you come to a location like this and it's beautiful. It's family oriented. It's community. I was trying to explain to my girlfriend. I was like, I know that this may look like poverty, and it is poverty. It's people. You see a lot of poor people, and you see poverty here. But I told her it's a beautiful thing because I was just like, no one is blindsided by the materialistic things. No one's trying to backstab you.
Yep.
People are sincerely your friend. It's kind of like how I grew up in the 90s where I knew all my neighbors. I ate at my neighbor's house. My neighbors ate at our house. We were protected by all the kids in the neighborhood. We were all family.
Right.
We all had each other's backs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, how I wish that my child, in the future, I wish my child would have an experience like that one day.
Right.
But, most kids won't when you start living in suburban areas.
Yep.
But I'm like, man, everyone is there for each other.
Yeah.
And everyone, and like we had a flat tire.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was just like, we didn't have no cash on us. He just said, come back. He was like, come back when you got it. And I was like, here in Buffalo. And I was just like, wow. I was like, wow, really? Yeah. I was like, man, this would never in America. You got to leave a cell phone. You got to leave an ID. We don't have that sense of trust and that sense of community. And we came back the next day and paid them. And it was just a beautiful thing to get something like that here.
Yeah.
Also, my girlfriend was telling me, well, her family's in town as well, and she was telling me how much a nanny here costs 6,000 baht for the whole month. I'm like, where in America?
Yeah.
Are you gonna find a 6,000 baht? I'm like, baby, just let's start having 5 or 6 kids then. So we got 2 or 3 nannies. Just have a little
Right,
get
right.
a little castle.
You can have a basketball
Yeah,
team here. It's
whole
affordable. Yeah,
bad little Kobe and LeBron,
yeah,
all of them, and y'all mean and it's just yes,
yeah.
it's
It's
amazing.
affordable. Yeah,
It's affordable when you think about
yep,
in a location like this,
yep,
the advantages you have because we like to move around a lot,
yeah.
and we do want to have children, but we want to have help and support,
Sure.
and it puts you on that that 1% level.
Right,
So
right.
let me get your thoughts about
Hmm.
a lot of foreigners are moving abroad and
Yeah,
are easily transitioning into the 1 percentile.
right.
Because of their retirement and their funds. In
Uh huh.
cities like this, when did you know? How did you know? I guess when you started making money, you started realizing because
Yeah,
you have multiple streams of income now.
I do. Yeah.
So that you were in this 1 percentile. Like,
Mhm.
what did that feel like? I'm not saying it's a big thing, but I'm just saying the
Right.
realization of, oh, I could just buy it. It won't hurt me today. Going to
Right.
Starbucks in California and spending $10 on a coffee
Yes.
compared to 50 cents here, it's a
Well,
yeah,
every time I go back to the U.S., I go
yeah.
back yearly. It's like when you walk into a restaurant, the first thing you do is let me see your menu so you can look at the prices to be like, oh crap, $50 a plate. No, I'll go find. But here, you literally don't even really have to look. You can just
You don't look at the
you
prices.
don't. You just sit down and you order whatever.
Yeah,
And if I want to eat a meal
yeah,
every day out, I
yeah.
eat a meal out.
We do
And
too.
yeah, and you have that option.
Yeah,
And activities, if I want somebody to clean my place,
yeah.
I don't have to break the bank to do all that stuff.
Exactly.
Massage, I mean, massage is just insane.
Yeah, cheap.
$10 for a 90-minute massage.
Oh
That's
man, I was easily 150 in America easily,
oh yeah,
easily
crazy.
in Michigan. Yeah,
Yep.
easily. Um, and you those type of advantages. I mean,
Hmm.
not looking at the prices on the menu.
Right.
I remember one time this woman I previously dated. She came to visit me.
Yeah.
She lived 6 hours away
Hmm.
from Manila. I was just like, I'll give you gas money. I just gave her 1,000
Right.
pesos just to. That was like I think when I was here about 2 3 years ago, it was only $20 at the time. Inflation was
Yeah.
really good, and I was just like, just come on, just come down. And
Hmm.
then she got a tow on her car. She got
Yeah.
like a little the little on the wheel,
Oh, the lock.
the lock.
Yeah.
She started going crazy. And I was like, calm down, calm down. I was like, calm down. And we saw a cop outside,
Uh huh.
and I was just like, hey man, I need you to take this off, make this happen real quick. And I gave him 500 pesos, paid another 1,000 to get it
Yeah.
off. And I was just like, man, where in the world in
Right.
America that would be a $300, $500 charge?
Oh yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, and you would have to wait 4 to 5 days to get it removed because you're
Hmm.
not getting it removed same day.
No.
You're not getting it removed
No.
same day. So
Yeah.
I'm like, where can you go?
Right.
Where you can afford things
Yeah.
like that, the affordability of things. But yeah, your trainers. Even when I was in Argentina, my personal trainer was $5 an hour. So
Yeah.
so you start putting yourself in this 1 percentile. But also, I think the true secret is you start to reverse the clock for yourself.
Right.
Because I feel like in America we are speeding up the clock.
Yeah, we are.
Seven days a week in the office. Man, I was going.
Yeah.
So I worked as a innovation consultant, and then I
Hmm.
started a recruiting. Working at a recruiting agency. I was
Hmm.
working 7 days a week. I was going ball, G. I was going ball, man, working. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
why do I have to work this much? And I realized the city I lived in Australia
Yeah.
was tenfold of,
Even
man,
worse. Huh?
even worse. It was
Yeah.
just wow. And I'm like, all I have to do is find a way to bring in
Hmm.
residual income,
Yep.
and I can be in this top 1%, or I can live abroad and not work as hard. So do you see one thing we see in Thailand? Just curious about your thoughts. We see a lot of foreigners going homeless. Have you came across situations like that?
I just got an email
Okay.
yesterday from a guy who said, "Hey, I'm 40 years old. I missed my return ticket home, and I have no money." I'm like,
Okay.
it's like, how do you get to that situation? I don't. How do you get to where you've already spent all your money,
Yeah.
and then why isn't your family helping you? So,
Yeah.
yeah, it happens a lot here too.
It
Just
ha-
horrible planning.
It
Absolutely
does.
horrible planning.
It's interesting to see these foreigners come here, and then you know they're trying to beg for money. I'm like, well, it's already a third. We're in third world. It's damn near
Yeah.
third world country. It's poverty. So how
Right.
can you ask for help for people who already don't even
Right. You're
have it? So what are your thoughts about the service in smaller locations, provinces, like customer service compared to a main city? Because my thoughts is a little up and down. But what is your thoughts about customer service?
Oh, the
'Cause-
customer service here is a little,
yeah, up and down.
little up and down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because where I come from in America, you're being greeted as soon as you enter the door.
Yes.
Because we have a tipping culture.
Right.
Right. So, because I was trying to explain to my girlfriend, she didn't know. She was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, waiters only make $1-2 an hour at some restaurants because
Right.
they're making $50, $100, sometimes $500 in tips a night."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "So you get the best service in the world,
Right.
but
Here you got to wave them down.
you gotta wave them down."
Yeah. Or
I'm
they'll ignore
waving.
ya.
I'm waving. I'm throwing my hands up in the air like it's a goddamn concert, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so it's just it's interesting to see that, but I'm curious. What do you think that is it due to the fact that in a lot of province areas in the Philippines or in Asia,
hmm
they still haven't got there as far as innovation, far as
Yeah.
just growth in the economy, where they don't know what's actually going on in the major cities. Because I was telling my girlfriend, we went to a small mall here, and the arcade looked like we like Chuck E. Cheese in the '90s, and I was like, "Whoa, this is this is a little
Yeah.
outdated." So do you feel that there's just people just don't have access to the um, to knowing what's out there in the world, or they're not watching TV, they're not staying ahead of the game, or is it, and of course, the management level as well?
Yeah.
Where is that? What do you think that comes from?
Like the customer
The
service.
customer service here.
I just think there's no incentives. There's no like, hey, you could be employee of the month and make this bonus
Yep.
based on if you do this well.
Yeah,
There's none of that. There's no like recognition of your
yeah,
no regular raises.
Yeah.
There's just no incentive. There's nobody even really
Yeah.
telling them really what to do. When I come here,
yep. There's no
Okay.
management.
it doesn't seem like there's management here.
Yeah,
Or they're on their phone too.
yeah.
So
Exactly. One thing I've noticed, we're living in Buffalo, and it's a lot of new cafes, and we've been going to the cafes.
this is actually considered the foodie capital of the Philippines.
Wow.
Yeah.
We haven't done much trying new foods in yet, but we went to a small cafe up the street,
Okay.
and the prices were like, it were like 350, 400 pesos for a
Yeah.
small dish.
Oh,
It was like a little rice and wagyu, and I was just like, but I believe where we're at is a lot of, because we're staying out here on this, in this
Okay.
area.
yeah.
So it's a lot of foreigners, I think, out here, but the prices are
Right.
pretty high. I guess my question is, do you see the province areas as great opportunities for foreigners to start businesses? Because, I'm looking at opening up a cafe, opening up a restaurant. I know foreigners are going to come here and say, I want to make additional streams of income. So they may look at car washes, barbershops.
Sure.
Do you think there's opportunity with locals not being paid the correct, like where inflation is not that great here for locals, and we're dependent highly
Yeah.
upon foreigner traffic to stay afloat? Would you recommend it, or is it risky?
I think it's risky.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on
But not for like a Cebu or Manila.
maybe Cebu or Manila or Angeles or Dumaguete where there's a lot of foreigners.
Yep.
But here, Filipinos tend to like, it's brand new, they all come in and then they stop.
Yeah.
Unless it's like local, you got to appeal to their palate.
Yep.
Otherwise, they're going to be like, this is, that they like everything really sweet, or they like,
Yeah.
like I'm Italian descent. They're
Yeah.
Jollibee spaghetti. Forget about it. It's,
I gotta go try Jollibee.
it's just like sweet spaghetti with like
Yeah.
hot dogs in it, but just it's also, you kind of become a slave to the business because it's hard to find people to trust. Like if you want to go take off for like
Yeah.
2 weeks, take a vacation.
If people are going to show up or not.
Yeah, you got to make sure they show up. You got to make sure they're not stealing from you, which does happen here because wages are so low. People.
Have you ever had a cleaner or someone steal from you or not?
No.
Friends.
I've always stayed in my condo if I have somebody clean.
Yeah.
And I just sit on the couch. I don't go away.
Yeah.
I have CCTV in my condo. I put one up.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, that's really good as well. And okay, that's really good as well.
Not that I would actually say the very, very small majority of Filipinos would steal.
Yeah.
The most I've come across are very honest people.
What are your thoughts when you're driving around a location like this, and you're seeing the poverty? Because you got the more commercialized areas, but when you drive deeper down by the old airport, and you're seeing poverty, do you say to yourself, okay, is this a problem within the city? Is it a problem where are the locals not speaking up about it, or do people want to change? Because I'm trying to, without being offensive, I'm just trying to understand. There's so much trash in the city.
Yeah.
And but I'm just like, well, why is there so much trash in the city? I'm just I'm just trying to understand it. Is trash cans not available to people, or are people not having the conversations of, okay, we need to be the next, the next Cebu, we need to be next Elo, we need to put some money into the city, So.
Yeah, they need to do that. I asked somebody one time, I said, why do you just throw your trash bags on the side to be picked up, and then the dogs just rip them open and there's trash everywhere? And they said, well, if we put a nice trash can out there with our trash, somebody would steal it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's some...
So, in the U.S., it's mandatory that you have that trash.
And we have 3 in the rich, wealthy neighborhoods now.
Right, exactly.
You have 3 trash cans now. It's really...
And our trucks are equipped to pick it up. These guys are all in it manually picking up the trash. So.
Oh my God, man. Yeah. Okay. That's good, man. Any last, man, I guess just any last words for people who are looking at choosing a province area? I guess if I was someone in America looking to move to Ilo, Bacolod, Dumaguete, I know, of course, financially I need to have my money together. But is there anything that I should prepare for that I may not find here? Because often, for example, I see a lot of foreigners going to Thailand for medical, serious medical incidents, or or I notice in Bangkok, because traffic is so bad, a lot of foreigners like to live next to a hospital, so they're not stuck trying to get there. I used to live right next to a hospital. I had nothing wrong with me, but it just felt consciously good and safe in the city. So I guess, are there things like that here that we should put into mind when we're coming over to help manage expectations? For me, the major problem has been internet. It's been super major problem, because I'm working at nights in America. So that's been so I'm kind of want to bring my own wireless system with me, because it's just so bad, But what has it been for you, I guess?
I always tell people, I tell people, don't do anything long-term the first year. When you come out here, that means don't sign a long-term lease immediately, because you may not like it. Don't buy a car. Don't even get into a serious relationship immediately, because you may not like it here, and you may want to move, and she may not want to go.
Exactly.
And so I just say, don't do anything permanent or long-term immediately.
Yep.
And just make sure you have your ducks in a row. Make sure you have a plan B to get back home.
Yeah. Oh.
Because some people say, this is not for me, and they end up going back home.
Yeah.
It's usually, for me, I've noticed, it's usually the 3 to 5 year mark.
Yeah.
People are either in it for good, and they're going to stay in Southeast Asia, or they're going back home.
Yeah, very true.
So,
but by the time you get back home, it's a whole new new world.
The startup cost to get yourself going again. Crazy expensive.
My grandmother, she doesn't have a pool. She doesn't have a gym. Her rent's $2,000 a month right now. No amenities.
Insane.
And she's in a well-off nursing area, and it's just You don't even. I mean,
Yeah.
we have in Bangkok. We have a house for $300 for it.
Wow.
Huge pool, huge gym.
Wow.
And a co-working space. And it's just like, man, you go back. What are you going back home to? It's just
No reason to.
no reason. Well, listen, man. Thank you for being on the channel.
Yeah,
I really
no problem.
appreciate you. Guys, please go follow Gio if you want to see more content in Asia. And once again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I got 10 kids to feed. Help me out.